have 6 different American Express credit cards, which technically makes up 60% of my total credit card portfolio, which leads some people to think, huh, why does he love Amex so much? I mean, even just look right here. I have every single design of the Amex Platinum card. I mean, come on. Some might call me a shill, and to those people, you might be right. But let me tell you my story and why I actually plan to add more American Express cards to my portfolio in this coming year. But before we get into that, let me know right now, how many American Express cards do you have currently? If you beat me, you win a cookie. So starting off first, the first benefit I saw was the ease of access. That's right, I know that might seem crazy since a ton of people say that you need to have higher and higher credit scores to get these higher tier premium American Express credit cards, but the truth is, a lot of these credit cards I got, these American Express cards, were all in the 680 to 720 range, which is technically only a year after getting my first credit card, which was the Capital One Quicksilver credit card. But I just found that as long as my income was correct and I paid on time with all of those other cards, that I was afforded as many American Express cards as I wanted, and I took them. But not only that, but along with getting approved with American Express credit cards, you're going to be getting perks and benefits and sign-up bonuses. Alright, so let's just do a quick lightning round to show you all the benefits just right off the bat. The Amex Gold card was that pie-in-the-sky card, the one that I really wanted for the future, and within just a year of opening up my first credit card, I got approved for this one with a sign-up bonus of just 45,000 bonus points after spending $4K within the first 3 months of opening the card. All those Amex points transferred to travel partners equals about $900 in value. And about 6 months after getting the Amex Gold card, I was approved for the second card, the Amex Green, which is actually made of 70% recycled ocean plastic. This credit card gave me a sign-up bonus of 45,000 points after spending just $2,000 on the card within the first 3 months of opening it. So again, transfer the travel partners, $900 in value with the sign-up bonus alone. On to the next. 6 months after that, I got approved for my third Amex credit card, which was my Amex Platinum card, the vanilla version. And this card gave me a sign-up bonus of just a measly 60,000 bonus points after spending $5K within the first 6 months. I know, I should have held out, I shouldn't have rushed it, but hey, $1,200 in value. And I'm pretty sure within 3 to 6 months, I got approved for the fourth card, which was the Hilton Honors American Express credit card, the basic version. And this one had an historic high, 150,000 bonus points after spending just $1,000 within the first 6 months of opening it. Which that ROI, you can't beat. 150,000 points is about, $750 worth of value for just a 1K spend. 75% return on your money. Come on now. And then right after that, I got approved for 2 more platinum cards. No, I'm just kidding. These are just all the different designs that you could possibly get. Okay, well, we'll leave that. And then right after that, you already know, after 3 months, we got the Hilton Surpass card. So that's another 130,000 points and a free night certificate, which I've yet to use because this was just within the last year, which I would respectively say it's about $900 in value from there. And then we're going on to the last card, which I think is the most unique, which is another platinum card, but this one is the Charles Schwab version of the Amex Platinum card. And the reason this one is so unique is you can take all of your American Express points, pool them all together, cash them out into your Charles Schwab brokerage account at a 1.1 cent per point worth of value ratio. Essentially means 100,000 Amex points equals $1,100 in cash value, not travel value. So you got that in cold hard cash. But this credit card gave me a high 100,000 points after spending just $6K within the first 6 months of opening the card. Another $2,000 in value right in the bank. So if you did the math correctly, that would mean that I earned about $6,650 in travel value, all for just signing up for these credit cards within the last just 3 years. Which, I mean, that's like $2,200 every single year. That's a good, holiday bonus, right? Which begs the question, could I have done that anywhere else? The answer is, I think unequivocally, no. I mean, let's just look. Capital One, what do they have for sign-up bonuses? Maybe the Venture X card, you get 100,000 bonus miles. Maybe that's $2,000 in value depending on how you redeem it. Maybe you get a couple other cards, but nowhere near, probably 1/3 the value you're getting through American Express. What about talking about Chase? What about the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Reserve? Those 2 cards are premium, right? Well, you kind of just have those 2, and if you just take both historic high offers, you're just getting a value of about 180,000 ultimate reward points, which typically could be valued at 2 cents per point, also about $3,600 in value. So about half of what American Express has been able to do for me. And if you're saying there's more cards, then where are they? Chase Freedom Flex, Chase Freedom Unlimited, okay, an extra $400 total. That's not making up for an extra $3,000 that American Express was able to give to me. Okay, Anthony, I get it. The value's good, but what else is good about the American Express credit cards? Well, let me tell you. Once you're in the American Express ecosystem, you're kind of golden. What I really mean is once you're approved for your first American Express credit card, every subsequent card that you open after that, so 5 more that I've had have all been entirely soft pull credit cards. And for those of you who are just rebuilding or building their credit for the first time, you know how hard a hard pull can actually hit you once you have not that many cards. So the fact that when I first started on my Amex journey, I didn't have any other cards except for Capital One, it was pretty easy for me to just accumulate a bunch of credit cards, credit limits, sign-up bonuses without ever hurting my credit score in the first place. And if we look at the competitors, well, Chase, you can't do that. Capital One, you can't do that. In fact, it's so stringent that in Chase, you have a 5 for 24 rule, which means that you can only apply for 5 different credit cards within a 2-year period. So if you have 5 different American Express cards, Chase won't even give you a new one, which means, screw you too. Okay, so some of you might be saying, what about credit limits? 4 of your credit cards are all charge cards. That's not going to help your utilization, and it's not going to give you an actual credit limit for the long term to help your credit score. To that I say, well, look at the Hilton cards. The Hilton cards are actually credit cards, and they gave me limits of $10,000 each. Well, how does that compare to my other credit cards? Well, the Capital One credit card, about a $1,500 limit. The Chase Sapphire Preferred that I have, $5,000 limit. So you're telling me with just the standard Hilton Honest credit cards, no annual fee, mind you, gave me a $10,000 credit limit right off the bat. Now, if you really want to talk credit limits, you don't want to talk credit limits, but let's talk about it. American Express also gives you the opportunity that if you're an on-time payer, if you're not negligent, you pay on time, and you use a bit of your Amex cards very often, within just 60 to 90 days, you could technically 3x your total American Express credit limit. You see, I did a video recently where I actually 2x'd my American Express credit limit because I didn't want to go too crazy with it, and I didn't want to trigger a financial review, but I was able, and I had the possibility of going from 10,000 to 30,000 with just in 60 days of owning the card. So if we ask Capital One, for sure, we're going to be denied. But if we ask Chase, we're probably going to be getting a credit limit increase of maybe 1,000, 2,000 on the high end. Okay, so more value, less hurt to your credit score, and higher credit limits. And seriously, another thing I wanted to mention is because I don't just only have American Express credit cards. In fact, I have a lot of other different credit cards and just cards in general. So I'm going to need a wallet that could actually hold all of them. And that's where the Exter wallet comes in. You guys see me talk about it all the time, but Exter was gracious enough to actually send me some wallets to show you guys right now. What? Oh my god. Okay, so this wallet is actually a replacement for the wallet I got just 3 years ago. The one that I've been showing you guys, apparently this is the exact same wallet, just over time. That seems crazy to me. The new one's actually bigger. You can see it has the card holders that can hold 5 embossed cards. You have the middle flap where you can put all your cash, and your middle flaps for your licenses, ID. And you can see right here, this thick part, this is going to be the RFID sensor, so this way, if anybody bumps into you, they can't steal your personal information. This one I actually got for my fiance because she just wanted a wallet that was going to be a little bit more lightweight and she could fit all of her credit cards, you know we love our credit cards, all in one place. Okay, now this one. This is the one you really want to look at because this is the one I was really excited for. This is called the Exter Parliament Fortuna. My god, look at that one. That is powerful right there. That one's scary to look at. Black with the golden insignia. It kind of works with my whole getup right now, huh? Even on the inside flap, you have the golden insignia there, and it holds all the same cards as my original wallet. Whew! Now look at that. We got everything in there now. And we have, boom, all our cards. So honestly, if you're as impressed as I am, and I'm literally never going to change this wallet out, I probably will have this wallet for life, just considering how well that one held up over the last 3 years. So if you want your own wallet, be sure to check out the links in the description and the pinned comment for my personal link, and use code VENTURE at discount for an extra 5% off, and you can get total, I think, up to 25 to like 45% off, depending on what you pick. Okay, Exter, it's time for you to go because you graced our presence. I appreciate it. They love the wallets. They want to use the discount codes. They get it already, okay? So thank you so much for sponsoring this portion of the video, and now back to some American Express credit cards. Okay, so is there anything more? For this, let me read the fine print, okay? Let me put on my +5 glasses of perception, and let's talk about it. All right, you asked for this. I didn't bring this up. Let's talk about benefits. So if we're talking about benefits, what better card than the Amex Gold card to talk about, right? So this card is giving you 4 points per dollar spent on all dining, grocery, 3x on travel, kind of like your catch-all card for your everyday man or woman. And you're going to be getting monthly credits towards Grubhub, I like to use it for, and Uber Eats, totaling $240 every year. Subtracting that annual fee is now $10 every single year to hold this credit card. Everything else that you pay for is icing on the cake and just purely profit. Do we have any other card in any ecosystem that compares to this? Hey, I'm over here now. So what about this card? This card's giving you 6% cash back on all grocery. This card is actually amazing. Oh, wait a second. This is also an American Express credit card. This is the Blue Cash Preferred credit card. Okay, hold on. All right, if we're going to be talking about a competitor, then let's do the Capital One Savor Rewards credit card. This one is their dining card, their food card, all that. That one is just giving you 4% cash back on all dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, grocery stores, so everything else, but only 3% on grocery stores. So wait a second. If I just use the Blue Cash every day, Blue Cash Preferred, or the Amex Gold, every single one of those cards is getting more cash back than the Savor Rewards credit card. And honestly, top of the line customer service. If you have a problem at all with American Express, with a dispute on a charge, they are there to help you immediately right off the bat with mostly no questions asked. The fact that I could just go right into the mobile app, ask a couple of questions, and get either a bot or a customer service representative right away, that's pretty beneficial, I would say. Another thing to note is actually, along with customer service, is the retention department. Now, I think a lot of people are still not aware of this. Now, American Express is one of the few, if not the only, company that has its own dedicated retention offer department. If you're unsure what this is, essentially, if you think you're not getting enough value from your American Express credit cards nowadays, you can ask them to cancel your credit card, and they will try to give you reasons to stay, okay? So maybe you don't like your Platinum card, it's a $695 annual fee, you're not getting enough credits anymore, especially during the lockdowns. You can technically get a retention offer to keep your business as long as possible. I did this personally, okay? I did this about last year. I wasn't getting enough benefit. I got a $40,000 bonus retention offer after spending just an extra $3K within the first 3 months. I put it on my taxes, and there you go, discounted the Amex Platinum. I did it all in-app. I didn't have to talk to anybody, and it took about 5 minutes, and I earned myself an extra $400 to $800 in value, depending on how you redeem 40,000 points. But for you guys out there who love Capital One and Chase, but tell me, what actually happens when you tell them you want to cancel your credit cards? Do they try to keep you and entice you to stay, or do they say, bye-bye? Maybe check to see where your loyalty really lies. Because if you want to benefit yourself, make sure you're with a company that cares about you. Don't worry, I'm coming around. I know it's dark, all right. All right, now you're in the frunk. So this is not a video to hate on everybody else, even though it kind of is. It's just me to tell you that I have been dealt a very good hand with American Express. They've always treated me fairly, respectfully, and I've gotten a ton of value from them over the years, and I didn't get treated as well, and I didn't have as good an experience with everybody else, even though I had some good experiences. So this is not to say that you can't find other cards that are better than American Express. It's not to say that American Express won't lack in certain areas, but it is to say to let you know my personal experience and what you could possibly experience as well. So I guess if you want to see a little bit more hate from me, and if you want to see why I think American Express cards are better, check out these videos I did on why you shouldn't get Capital One credit cards and why I'm actually canceling my Chase Sapphire Preferred after just having it for 1 year. So check out that video on the left and the right hand side of your screen.